something has shifted deep inside Maranello. For months, Ferrari's engineers searched for answers buried beneath layers of performance data. And now, on the eve of the Brazilian Grand Prix, they've found something that could change everything. Inside Lewis Hamilton's SF-25, a hidden flaw, no, a hidden opportunity, has been uncovered. It's not a new part, not a flashy aerodynamic wing or a last-minute upgrade. It's something far more profound, a rediscovery of what was already there, locked away inside the car all season long. After weeks of silence and microscopic analysis, Ferrari has finally unlocked the true rhythm of the SF-25, a transformation that could finally deliver Hamilton the stability, grip, and balance he's been pleading for since his very first laps in red. And this time, it isn't a rumor, it's real. Back at the factory in Maranello, engineers pored over gigabytes of telemetry data from Austin and Mexico. Every corner, every gear shift, every millisecond of braking was studied in painful detail. What they found left even the most experienced mechanics stunned. Hidden within the car's suspension geometry was a subtle mechanical imbalance. Tiny inconsistencies so small they escaped detection for months. Combined with a narrow tire temperature window, these flaws created chaos on the track. Too much heat, and the rear balance snapped without warning. Too little, and the front end vanished entirely. The result? A car that fought Hamilton every single weekend. But once that imbalance was corrected, something remarkable happened. The SF-25 woke up. In Austin, observers noticed it first. The Ferrari looked calmer, more planted. In Mexico, the difference was undeniable. The SF-25 glided through corners instead of wrestling with them. No new parts, no trick upgrades, just precision and balance. Ferrari had found its rhythm again. Early simulations showed a dramatic improvement in energy deployment and corner predictability. Suddenly, the car felt alive beneath Hamilton, reacting in harmony with his inputs instead of rebelling against them. Frédéric Vasseur's quiet conviction that Ferrari didn't need revolution, only refinement, had finally paid off. For Hamilton, this wasn't just a technical victory, it was personal. All season, he'd carried the weight of expectation, his frustration barely hidden behind radio messages filled with disbelief. The unpredictability, the tire warm-up struggles, the loss of confidence, it had all built up. But after Ferrari's discovery, something changed. Insiders noticed it immediately. His posture in team briefings, the way he spoke to engineers, the spark returning to his voice. Hamilton started pushing harder, exploring limits that were once out of reach. His trust in the car had returned. And in Formula One, trust is everything. Now, that trust faces its greatest challenge yet: Interlagos. The Brazilian Grand Prix is no ordinary race. It's unpredictable, punishing, and alive with history. From the first chicane at the Senna S to the long climb up to the pit straight, every inch of the circuit demands rhythm and precision. Elevation changes attack the car's suspension. Rain clouds form without warning, and tire wear punishes even the smallest misstep. This is where champions rise or fall. And for Hamilton, in his first season wearing red, it could be the turning point of his entire campaign. Ferrari's internal data already shows key improvements. Greater straight line stability, sharper traction at low speeds, more predictable energy recovery under, braking exactly the ingredients needed to survive. Interlagos, behind the scenes, Ferrari's suspension adjustments have redefined the SF-25's character. Engineers fine-tuned the heave damper and torsion bar systems, giving Hamilton a more compliant, forgiving platform over bumps and curves. That smoother ride translates into consistency, a luxury Ferrari lacked all season. The team also mastered the smallest details: tire pressures, pit lane timing, and qualifying prep. Earlier this year, Hamilton complained of chaotic sessions where his tires cooled before hitting the track. Now, every launch is perfectly timed, giving him peak grip exactly when he needs it. Ferrari isn't chasing miracles anymore. They're executing with surgical precision. While rivals like McLaren and Red Bull rushed to flood their cars with upgrades, Ferrari stayed patient. They studied their own machinery instead of overhauling it, and it's working. The SF-25 now responds like a living organism, predictable, stable, and finally, competitive. In the past, Ferrari's panicked development cycles often made the car faster on paper, but unpredictable on track. This time, they've mastered understanding before innovation. It's a culture shift, not just performance. Brazil won't just test the car, it'll test Hamilton's mindset. At altitude, engine power drops, and the thin air throws aerodynamic balance off. Add in a near-guaranteed chance of rain, and Interlagos becomes a race of instinct over raw speed. That's where Hamilton thrives. His ability to read changing conditions, find grip where others can't, and improvise when chaos erupts has always been his signature. Ferrari's improvements in traction and load transfer would make him unstoppable in the wet. Corners like Turn 10 and Turn 12, infamous for catching even the best drivers, may now play to his strengths. For the first time in months, Ferrari believes Hamilton can fight rather than just survive. But this breakthrough is about more than one race. Ferrari is already treating Brazil as a testing ground for its 2026 project, internally known as Project 678. Every lesson learned from Hamilton's SF-25, how it distributes energy, how it recovers traction, how it manages tire wear, will shape the DNA of the next generation Ferrari. Hamilton's driving feedback has become the blueprint for the team's future hybrid systems and traction management software. This isn't just a comeback, it's the beginning of a new era. Think back to the start of this season, the frustration, the missed podiums, the car that never felt right. Now, everything feels different. What was once a story of disappointment has turned into a tale of rediscovery. Hamilton's first year in red might not end with a championship, but it could end with something more powerful. Proof that patience and precision still matter in Formula One. For the first time in years, Ferrari looks calm under pressure. No chaos, no desperate last-minute fixes, just quiet confidence. They're letting performance speak louder than promises. As the lights go out in Sao Paulo, all eyes will be on one car, the Scarlet SF-25 with number 44 on its nose. If Ferrari's newfound balance holds true, if Hamilton's rhythm syncs perfectly with the machine beneath him, we could witness one of the most dramatic turnarounds of the season. It won't just be about speed, it'll be about redemption. Because sometimes, in Formula One, the biggest victories aren't the ones you see on the podium. They're the ones that happen quietly, behind closed doors, when a team refuses to give up on its belief that perfection can still be found in the details. Ferrari has found that belief again, and in Brazil, we'll see if it's enough to bring the prancing horse roaring back to life. So, what did Ferrari really discover inside Hamilton's SF-25? Not just a fix, not just a setup tweak. They found clarity, a car reborn from understanding rather than desperation, a driver rediscovering his trust, and a team that finally looks ready to fight again. As the rain clouds gather over Interlagos, one question remains. Can Hamilton turn Ferrari's breakthrough into a podium? Or perhaps something even greater? Stay tuned, because what's happening inside that Scarlet machine might just be the twist no one saw coming.